Right, I get it. It's very overwhelming when you want to try and start on YouTube and you're looking at all these other videos getting millions of views and you're like, how am I going to start doing that? How I see it is that YouTube can help you grow in two different ways. One is the direct way, which is quite obvious, I suppose, but then I would say 75% is in the indirect way. And I'll dive into that first to give you a better idea. And then I'll go into the direct ways and I will explain what 4 videos you can work on, the 4 formats that you can work on without having to do any research. But those 4 videos will help your business massively. So the goal here is not to go viral, because going viral has problems by itself and the chance that you go viral is very slim. So the first indirect way that YouTube will help your business is, of course, credibility and authority. The goal is for you to become that niche authority or the leader in your niche. People will think like, damn, I need to know what that guy knows. I need that guy to help me, or girl, sorry. And so instead of people being in the dark of who you are and what you do, your videos will give you that credibility. The second one is my favorite. Daniel Priestley talks about the 7-4-11 rule, which means people need to spend 7 hours of time with you on average to start buying from you. The 4-11 is a little bit different. It's about different platforms and different occasions. The best way to gather those 7 hours with someone is to watch YouTube videos of you doing what you do best, explaining your topic, explaining your service and everything like that. So keep that in mind, 7 hours. Now, the third one is lead generation. Duh. Now, you would think that's a direct way, but it's more than that, because not every video is going to get you like a viewer straight into a sale, but it warms up a lead, right? It can help answer questions. And it's also like to attract new viewers, attract new leads, and for you a chance to start nurturing them in your funnel. Number 4, it's your personal brand. Like, it just helps you stand out. It helps you explain who you are, what you do. People will recognize you. Like, my favorite example is when we go to conferences, and if we sponsor them or not, or if, for example, Mike or I are walking on stage and people are like, hey, I watch your videos. Hey, like, I'm looking forward to your talk. I watched some of your videos. And so you're already making people aware of who you are. And I touched upon it. Number 5 is speaking opportunities. If you want to get in front of bigger people or in actual crowds, videos is the perfect way to start, because then they have an understanding of what you're like how do you speak? Can you verbalize what you're trying to explain, and can you help people doing so? My favorite way for doing YouTube videos for businesses is basically answering questions and solving problems for your clients and putting that into a video. And so you're like pre-qualifying people when they're already watching your videos. These are some more of the indirect ways, but the 5 that I just mentioned are the main ones. And let's dive into the direct ones, which you probably are more interested in. So if you do the direct way right, then that will automatically start growing your business through a viewer becomes a lead, and the lead turns into a sale. There's a few examples of these that I can give you. One of my favorite one is Stuart Vickers, or SEO Jesus. He started posting 2 years ago. I had a conversation with him. That video is going to come out later. But basically, he blew up his business just by start posting on YouTube and showing his expertise to everybody. First, I want to say YouTube advertising revenue is not what we're looking for here. That is not a direct way. It's a nice thing to have, but it's not going to change your business. So here are the 4 direct ways, the main direct ways. There's probably more of them that will help your business grow. Something we've touched on, lead magnets or generating leads. So what you want to do is you want to post a video, you want to put in a call to action, you might want to share a resource in that, a free resource, which is called then a lead magnet. People sign up for the lead magnet, you capture their emails, and then you have a newsletter of people or an email list of people that you then can sell to, you can nurture them, and basically like directly make money from. Number 2, pretty obvious, product integration or your service integration. Not just talk about what you do, but show what you do. So people have a way better idea. It's again pre-qualifying, and it's also showing what you do instead of just talking about it. Another call to action for direct revenue is straight up telling people to book a call with you. no mucking around by email stuff, but like if you provide so much value, you can just tell the people like, hey, book a call with me and we'll solve all your problems, basically. And then again, with products, so you can showcase templates and briefs and ebooks and whatever you want to show to the people that might help them and provide value. And you can put that under a paywall, like even if it's cheap, and that could also be then used for upselling later on. My favorite example is when I was looking for how to do my personal finances in Google Sheets. I found a tutorial, it was a 2-hour tutorial, very in-depth, super valuable, but then in the description it was like, hey, instead of doing it yourself and spend hours doing this, $37 and this is yours. And if you do that for the right people, even if it's like 500 people and 10% signs up, that's a few extra $100, if not thousands of dollars extra. And if you do that multiple videos or you make that consistently, could be very well. The other obvious ones to make money from YouTube, even if you have a podcast or just a talking head or you're sharing your expertise, is affiliate or sponsorships. I would not focus on it if you're really dialing in for your business, but these are options. The main takeaway here is like your call to actions. You basically want to have your viewers do something that then directly generates revenue for your business. And now I'm going to go into the 4 video types that will help your business without you having to do all the research, but this will directly impact your business. All the indirect and direct ways comes from these 4 videos. And the main thing is something that I'm doing right now. It's a talking head video. It could be a how-to, it could be a listicle, it could be something so valuable driven that people start trusting you. Basically, you're positioning yourself as the expert and provide the solutions for the problems of your viewers. Number 2 is social proof, or easier said, case studies. It's literally showing you what you have done, what impact you have made for someone already. And that is like the biggest trust builder ever you can do. So you just break down the process you used to achieve the results that you got for someone. And you could also talk about your own success, like my business partner, Mike, he grew his YouTube channel to 1 million subscribers. And that success, that framework on how he did it, that's how we teach people to do it themselves. Number 3, it's a little bit of an underdog, I would say, in the list, but the easiest way to share your knowledge and not having to put in all the effort of producing videos like this is appearing on other people's podcasts. So guesting. So you find podcasts that target similar audiences than your ideal target audience, basically. And you are the guest and you speak and you talk about what you're so good at, what your expertise is, and you provide as much value as possible. Number 4, it's been really popping up, especially in the SaaS industry or basically any service and product industry, are courses. So instead of building a course behind a paywall, again, you want to provide as much value as possible. You post a 1-hour, 2-hour video on YouTube going through the whole framework you do or providing all the solutions. Now, I would say don't necessarily focus on the how exactly, but more on the why and what, so that people understand and it kind of like amplifies their problems. Like, oh, I need to find a solution. And then when they work with you, that's how you actually provide them the how-to. And so these videos that I'm making right now are actually individual videos that later on I can turn into a longer course, so that these individual videos have their own traction on YouTube as well. It's not about getting all the views or going viral. It's about getting the right views and providing the right content for the right people. And for those who understand that and can do it consistently, remember, YouTube is 1 year, 2 years, 3 years before you actually really get results. They will get the real results for their business. So if you've been frustrated with the lack of results or being stagnated in your YouTube journey or not seeing any results for your business, we have a full YouTube framework down below in the description. Go check it out and check out the previous videos on what you should do before you get started on YouTube.